to have someone like that to empower us.
Yeah.
You know, you said earlier that empowered people empower people.
Yes.
One of the things that I had to learn was if you don't open your mouth, you cannot empower anyone. So I've gone through so many things in my life. I shared a little bit of my testimony yesterday. My team, you guys know my testimony. But I went through years of keeping a secret, about 20 years. And then when I finally told that secret, I was so broken that I allowed myself to be in the company and deal with people that mistreated me because I had no value. I didn't know who I was. So after about 30 years of life, I began to hate myself, literally hate myself. I would wake up in the morning. I would wake up in the morning and ask God, why did you wake me up? And I tell people all the time, I never learned how to stop hating myself, but I learned how to love myself.
Amen.
I can't tell you how to stop hating yourself, but I can tell you when you learn to love yourself, it will reverse. I left my tissue today because I said I was not going to cry. So I begin my process, and one of the things I can tell you is how this process of learning to love myself began is because I decided to get serious about my spiritual growth. When I started to realize that God did not make a mistake on me, when I started to learn that everything is intentional, and when we love Him, it all works together. I didn't know years ago that the poor choices and the people that I was deciding to spend time with that were not good to me or for me were going to lead me to a place where I am today to be able to pour into other women. Although I don't like the limelight and I don't like the stage, I have a testimony and I have to share it. In regards to where I was at in my life before I started Paparazzi, I was at a place where I was already pouring into other women. I was feeling better about myself. However, financially, I was going through a tsunami. The day before my husband and I got married, he got a termination letter in the mail. And I had told God a few months before that, because we only dated for 8 months, but I told God a few months, I told God, right? I don't want a man with no money. If he don't have a good job, I don't want him. So as you said earlier, God has a sense of humor. But when he came to me and he told me, babe, we got a problem, read this letter, I didn't worry. I knew that God had us. At the time, I didn't know what we were going to do. Cosmetologist, he does a little barbering on the side. However, we have a house and we have a church and we have 5 kids and 6 grandkids, and we have a lot of responsibilities. And so I didn't know how we were going to make ends meet. We continued to do what we could do, but we were going through things like our lights getting turned off from time to time. I remember one day, our water got disconnected. And I told my husband, I said, listen, what we're going to do, we're going to pack the kids' bags up and we're going to take them to my grandmother's house because I don't want them to see this. I don't want them to have to feel this. We will figure this out. A few months after that, or a few weeks after that, a friend of mine sent me a message in Messenger, and she presented me with the paparazzi opportunity. And I say to my team all the time, a lot of times we're looking for things, we're looking for tissue, and it's right in our faces. We have to learn to pray about things and realize that when God sends it your way, stop overlooking it and trying to solve the problem yourself. So I left her in my inbox, but I continued to watch her. And as I watched her, I got common sense, you know. And I said, okay, she's making money, maybe I should give it a try. I had no idea on the day that I signed up for Paparazzi that my life was getting ready to change so much.
Yeah.
5 weeks into the business. I came and I told my husband, I said, I'm getting too many broken women that are coming to me. This is not about accessories. This is about empowerment and ministry. This is a platform for me to minister to people. Now, I was hoping it was going to be 101 like this, but I knew it was a platform to minister. And immediately, I went from wanting to sell the accessories to wanting to help people.
Yeah.
When I started to share and I was excited and I started to pour into people, God told me one day, as long as you continue to talk to them about me, I will continue to bring them to you.
Yeah.
So I made my business about other people, about how I could help them. It's Andrea Harrison knows we've been on the phone till 5:30 in the morning before. My husband's like, are you going to bed? But there are times when you have plans and you want to do something else. However, God is going to lead people to you. There are people that are assigned to your lives. And if you take that time to do his work, he's going to bless you. So I made my business about helping other people. And before you know it, it was women coming from left and right. However, like Ms. Hutchinson said on yesterday, I don't personally sign up any and everybody. My prayer from the day I started my business was for God to send me women with kindred spirits that are not jealous, envious, and are willing to bust a sweat to help another woman.
That's good.
I know that all money is not good money.
Right.
So I've had conversations where someone is extremely negative, and I will flip the conversation and start talking about something else.
Yeah.
Or I'll tell you about paparazziaccessories.com. You don't get my consultant ID number. Because I know that God has given me a vision. And with this vision is to lift people up, not tear them down. So I don't add people that want to tear other people down. As we started to grow and I started to really get excited about what God was doing in my life, the more I shared, the more excitement I shared, the more I shared my testimony. My girls know I cry with them all the time. They are like, I didn't put my lashes on because I know you. Like sometimes I come on live, the other day Katina said, when I saw you didn't have makeup on, I was like, uh-oh. So we cry a lot together. However, I've had so many women, even people that I don't know, that have inboxed me, sent me messages, and have told me how it's helped them. I had two times. The first one was a young lady, she told me that she was on the verge of suicide. And hearing my story made her change her mind.
Yeah.
I don't care, whatever else happens in paparazzi, that alone, that was it.
There you go. Yeah.
That was it. On the second occasion, it was a young lady, she said, you talk about God so much that I started growing spiritually. I started going to church. My father is very ill, and he's not to live much longer. But he started watching me going to church, and he gave his life to the Lord.
Amen.
Woo! So I realized then that as much as I'm afraid to come up here, I have to. You don't know whose life you're going to save. You don't know who's going to. My husband says all the time, sometimes you're the only Bible that someone may read. You never know what kind of impact you're going to have on other people. Now, don't get me wrong, the finances, I mean, we know in paparazzi you can make some money, right? And I laughed because I said, you know what? Literally, I went from someone who was getting her lights cut off to somebody who's helping other people keep their lights on.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Amen.
Now, the biggest thing is, as you continue to pray to God to elevate you in the business, also ask him to keep you humble.
Yeah.
Never forget where you come from, and always remember to give back.
Yeah.
God will continue to bless you if he knows that he can trust you with the blessings. He does not give us blessings like this so that we can hold on to them.
Right.
If he knows that he can trust you, he's going to keep adding to that.
Yeah.
So I make it my business to try to do what I can.
Good for that.
And it gives me such joy to know that I've always wanted to do it, but I couldn't afford to. But now that I can, I make it my business to do it.
Go ahead, Fashionista.
I've been blessed to meet so many amazing people in my journey. Michelle Johnny is definitely one of them.
Amen.
She makes me cry. But I was like, like, if a jet setter can cry in front of everybody, I can too. And I was at convention, and I earned my place on stage a couple times. And I told Michelle, I said, I can't do it. I'm so scared. I can't do it. And Michelle said to me, you're not doing it for you. You're doing it for them.
Yeah.
I got on the stage. I didn't fall. I made it across. But I remember saying that day that no matter how afraid I get and no matter how nervous I am, because honestly, like she said, faith over fear. That's our team's motto. And faith and fear cannot live in the same house.
Right.
It doesn't work like that. At some point, you have to pick a roommate. At some point, you have to make a decision. Nina said the other week that fear doesn't pay bills. And if you think about it, the only thing that fear does is hold you down.
Right.
Right.
It's okay to be nervous because it keeps you on your toes. You don't want to make a mistake. You want to do a good job.
Right.
My biggest fear is that I don't want to get up and ever say something that is going to send someone the opposite direction.
Right.
But when I realized that God will give me just what to say to people, I can do it.
Yeah.
So I thank you, the three of you, because you've played such a big role in my life as far as overcoming. I'm not done with it. I'm still, but I know that because of people like you, it's pushed me to a different level,
Amen.
to a new level. I did not know you, but I got in your inbox and I was like, hey, girl. And she said, I'm praying for you. She gave me words of encouragement. We all know she loves the Lord, and she's going to talk about it. Yes. She gave me words of encouragement, and I said, wow, the people in Paparazzi, they really love God. And I got excited. And I just want you to know that I really appreciate just the opportunity to be here. The fact that you said it's not about teams, it's about helping people. I don't care whose team you're on. A lot of people are not like that. So I knew that I had a kindred spirit with you because you just want to help people.
Yes.
And whether you know it or not, my friend, you have helped a lot of people, including me.
Yes.